It is time for our second fight of the evening, and I know this is why a lot of you are here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, from Ajax, Ontario, please give a warm London welcome to Chris Smith.
This fight in the super heavyweight division.
This is a really interesting fight. The reason Norman James mentioned that people are excited to see that is because Chris coming out here, I'm sure he's come prepared, but he's facing Dr. Faisal Rehman, who is one of the organizers here, beloved guy in the community, gives tirelessly of himself to put this event on, and the guy absolutely loves fighting. And Chris Smith is here to try to ruin the party.
This fight, K1 rules, clinch work is permitted.
And now it is time, ladies and gentlemen, stand up! I give you the return of the king! Please welcome to the ring, London's very own, Dr. King Faisal Rehman!
Like I said, Dr. Faisal is absolutely, he's an educator at the university. He works at the hospital. He raises money for this event. He's a tireless worker, and he's just such a great guy. And everybody in this room wants to see him perform well. But if you had a look at Chris Smith in the corner.
Terrifying.
Yeah, this big, explosive, powerful, tattooed, scary man wants to absolutely ruin the party for everybody.
King Faisal, shadow boxing there, getting ready to take the walk to the ring. And for a lot of people, both exhilarating and nerve-wracking.
Yeah, very much so. And, you know, Dr. Faisal's he loves the sport, he works hard at it, he trains hard, but, you know, it's hard to get the level of training you need for a fight when you're doing all the things he does. Another thing he does is works as a doctor at the UFC events. So when they go back and somebody shines a light in your eye, it could be Dr. Faisal here. And that's the kind of guy you want, a guy who's been in the ring, who makes that decision if you can go and fight or not.
That's right, and can understand what is going on with the fighter. He knows what it feels like. He knows everything there is to know about what happens to a fighter during combat, and it's great to have guys like this encouraging the sport. And look at that, it's great to have a guy like this having some gals undress him.
Oh, he's having a lot of fun, and he's earned it. He's done a lot of work for this charity, raised millions of dollars, and this is his opportunity to get in here and compete. Man, Chris.
A hip doctor supporting the tats, supporting the combat arts. I absolutely love it, and the fans here love it. Let's get this going and see some kickboxing action.
How about that? This will be a 3-round K1 bout in the super heavyweight division. Fighting out of the blue corner, this big man was a one-time pro bodybuilder who now fights out of P4P MMA gym in Ajax. Making his amateur K1 debut, please give a warm welcome to Chris Smith. And fighting out of the red corner, this man needs no introduction in this city. As a nephrologist at the London Health Sciences Center, he has touched the lives of many patients in a career dedicated to knocking out kidney disease. He is the founder and chair of the Showdown in the Downtown, which has raised $500,000 in support of kidney research and disease prevention. In 2010, he was given the Marilyn Robinson Award for Excellence in Teaching. And in 2011, he was awarded with the Undergraduate Teacher of the Year for Medicine by his students at the University of Western Ontario Medical School. With 7 amateur bouts under his belt, tonight he is returning to the ring for this, his final fight. Please welcome King Faisal.
Robin, am I hearing correctly? It is the retirement match of King Faisal Rehman.
I guess so. Man, it is so great to see like a community really appreciate a guy's work like that. And get behind it. Look at the size of this guy.
But Robin, once the referee once the referee says go, it's anybody's game.
Yeah, and look at the size of this guy. Former bodybuilder. This is his first fight, so we can expect Chris Smith to come storming out here. But Dr. Faisal has Bad Brad Fowler in his corner, and Fowler is a kickboxing legend in London, a high-level champion, and a great, great fighter himself. He's going to have Faisal prepared. Jesus.
Will Faisal Rehman be able to take the power of the massive Chris Smith?
Well, round one is going to be a scary proposition. This big, powerful guy, you know, with excitement behind him, his first fight, he may, you know, blow the tank a little bit after round one, but round one he is going to be throwing hard shots.
We are underway. Big overhand right by Chris Smith. Now trying to utilize the jab. Faisal being backed up. Trying to go to the body, and a big right hook by Chris Smith. Smith now going to the body, going upstairs.
Yeah, and these are big, big shots. You've got to look, and Faisal's moving nicely. He's got good footwork. You know, he's getting in, trying to land and get out, and that is the strategy you want. You do not want to stand in that pocket with this big man.
And now just trying to cover up as the monstrous Smith continues to move forward.
And Smith has his right hand forward, which often means a guy's left-handed, but in Smith's case, now he switched back. I think Smith is right-handed, and he just likes to punch with the hand forward, which you may see him do again.
Looks like Smith is very confident here as he continues to stalk King Faisal Rehman.
I think he's also fatiguing a little bit already. You see the hands drop. You know, that first adrenaline dump in your first fight against a hometown hero, as it were, is going to put a lot of pressure on this Big Smith.
Another big overhand right, and Rehman scores that left hook.
Look at the size advantage that they have with Chris Smith here. And that's something that Faisal's going to have to deal with. And what he's doing so far to deal with that is showing footwork. Get in, land quick, and get out.
Attacking the body as well. Take the gas out of the gas tank of Chris Smith, and then hopefully opportunities will create themselves.
And you have to worry, you can't worry about looking good. You don't want to look pretty in here against a monster like that. You want to be efficient. You want to get the job done. Because this guy's not going to give you opportunities to look technically beautiful. He's going to throw huge punches. That's a great choice.
Round number 1 in the books. Both fighters going back to their respective corners. An interesting first round, a feeling out round for both fighters. Smith moved forward. Faisal Rehman feeling it out, testing the power of Chris Smith, going to the body. Now will adjust his strategy going into the second round.
Brad Fowler's a great coach. We've seen him, and he's been in there many times himself, so he's going to calm Dr. Faisal down.
$25,000 to our charity. Novartis Canada has made tremendous contributions.
I like the straight right to the body. I thought that was the best choice for Dr. Faisal. But this big man here, he landed some big shots in his own.
Education programs, which have benefited our kidney transplant patients immensely. Novartis Canada has also been instrumental in developing better treatments for patients with cardiovascular disease. We are proud.
You know, you've got a big guy one-punching you. He's throwing one big right hand when he gets the chance. If you can throw 2 or 3, make sure you land the last one and get out.
This bout scheduled for 3 rounds.
That is a tired man right there already.
No matter how you slice it, Robin, he is a monstrous man, and all it takes is one punch.
Well, they showed what, that
one
big,
of those.
one of those big clubbing right hands. We saw what Brad Fowler was saying. That's a nice jab. But I think what Chris Smith's corner may have been saying is we want to see that left jab. And he's switching back and forth.
Swatting left hook by Smith. Rehman just trying to keep his hands up, keep that head protected.
Now Rehman threw a nice right hand, and he threw a second one. But really, you know, if he can see his opponent fatiguing, he's got to look to be the busier from here out. Go back to that body, throw those jabs.
Both men willing to engage, and I'm surprised no kicks have been used. A nice overhand right by Faisal Rehman.
That will fatigue Dr. Faisal as well, though. So he's loading up on the right hand. He just settles down a bit, goes back to the jab and the right to the body. But I think so far he is winning this fight by being the busier of the 2 fighters. But man, that size advantage is really something to behold. Super heavyweight.
Can't move Chris Smith anywhere. If Chris Smith wants to move forward, he's going to move forward.
Yeah, no question. That's a nice one, too.
Oh. And a big right hand lands by Chris Smith.
Shook out the hand. You know, it's telling when a man hits you with his fist, and his fist is what he feels pain in. Smith is showing his inexperience. I mean, we've talked a lot about his power here, but you know, as he fatigues, his technique is starting to disappear. But those overhand punches by Dr. Faisal, those will fatigue him as well. He wants to be as fresh as possible through the rest of this fight and pick his opponent apart.
Nice lead right hand scored by Smith, and no kicks utilized yet in this contest.
Wow, it's a tired guy. And shaking out that right hand.
Could it be broken?
It could be. You know, depending on how his technique is, we talked about it deteriorating as he fatigued. If he threw his punches sloppy and landed on the side, he can hurt his hand, right? Very close fight. And you mentioned a lack of kicks. You know, for the smaller man here, could open up, stay on the outside, and throw some leg kicks. There's an overhand. That's a nice, clean one. And he came and loaded up the second one. And there, he was answered with a big right. Watch him shake his hand out. I didn't see it, but he...
We would like to thank our heavyweight sponsor, the
Wow.
Wortley Wellness Center, for their contribution of $15,000 to our
I mean, a bodybuilder or body built, if that's a word, his whole life, but he's probably never been as tired as he is right now.
Turning red.
Yeah, right.
Check out their website,
His eyes are red.
www.wortleywellness.com.
But it is Dr. Faisal Rehman in the red and Chris Smith in the blue as we are set for the third and final round in this super heavyweight kickboxing matchup.
And really, this is a special attraction. Like we said, coming out, getting to see, you know, the man who's really the driving force behind this event and this charity, getting the opportunity to come in here and fight a mountain of a man is a real pleasure for this crowd.
Going to the body was Rehman, but now it's Smith turning up the heat, coming forward, and Faisal Rehman says, "No way, bring it, come at me." And the fan gets excited.
Yeah, a beautiful display of heart. I'm not sure what the ref is stopping him for. Oh, warning for his... I don't know what exactly they warned him for, but it did calm him down a bit, which is probably a good thing. He's fighting a bigger, stronger man. You have an opportunity to be the smarter of the two fighters and pick them apart.
Action resumes here with a minute left in the match.
He's headhunting now late in this third round, when really landing these shots, being busier, may pay off better for him. But great showing so far by both men.
And I look at the strategy, and attacking the body has worked for Faisal Rehman, I think, the most.
Yes, no question about it. It's worn this big guy down. He's landed and scored.
Referee breaks the two.
Both men will be fatigued. But yeah, landing to the body has been very good. When he's rushing in right now, he is playing into his opponent's game, but that's the mental aspect of this. You want to win so badly, especially people talk about pressure, especially with the pressure of this audience behind you. And so you come in and want to show your heart more than your technique.
Smith leaning on Faisal. Rehman.
Very, very scrappy little fight between these two.
Oh, now he comes out and eats a left hook by Smith. Rehman trying to make the most of that opportunity.
That straight right to the body has been the best weapon so far. A great entertaining fight though. Great fight by both guys. And to get the chance to come out here and entertain this audience and move and show your heart is great for Dr. Faisal, and for Chris Smith, a great first fight for him to come out and deal with all that.
And not just that, Robin, great for the audience. We can hear them react to their hometown hero, Dr. Faisal Rehman. Win or lose, I think people are thrilled that this guy came out, laid it on the line to entertain them, all in support of so many good causes.
Yeah, and same thing with Chris Smith getting to come out and have his first fight and step into the Shark Tank here, knowing that he is very much the visiting enemy, and come out and really show his heart as well. Great performance by both guys. That's what fighting is.
And Robin, you know both guys are tough because they both have back tattoos.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. He landed almost every one of those right hands he threw to the body. And when he got really wound up and started throwing to the head, that's when he missed. That was a nice right hand by Smith. You would have felt that. Great job, Dr. Faisal.
A very close fight. Set it up to ring announcer Norman James to make it official.
We have our decision. Our judges have declared this bout a draw.
Not a bad decision. I think that Faisal Rehman, I think he did a little bit more, but I think the punches of Chris Smith maybe a little more damaging. So I can't say I disagree with the draw. Both guys left it all inside of the cage, and we'll send it up to our good friend Reed Duthie who's standing by with Faisal Rehman.
I'm here right now with the man who made this entire event possible, King Faisal Rehman. Give it up for him one more time, his last fight! King, what a hard-fought fight it was. Your opponent had a size advantage, a weight advantage, a reach advantage. You still managed to draw. It looked like it was a grueling 3 rounds. What did you think of it?
Well, I think I got a little bit of the judge's decision, to be honest. I think Chris is a big, strong guy, and he hit me really hard. I was dazed a couple of times. And, you know, I couldn't put my combinations together. I was just having a hard time dealing with his overall muscular body mass, so it was a great challenge. I want to thank Chris and Saji and Pound for Pound MMA for coming down and giving me this opportunity to fight Chris. The reason I wanted to fight Chris is I always wanted to fight at heavyweight. I've now learned that if I do this again, I should go back down to 165. But thanks for making my dream come true, Chris. And I want to thank all of you, my students especially, for coming down and supporting me. And I don't know if Jeff Howell and Liz are in the crowd, but we should plan an after-hour party. So tell me where and when, and I'll be there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, King Chris Smith. Come here, you're not getting off that easy. Chris, you came into your opponent's backyard. It couldn't have been a more hostile environment for you to walk into. You handled it with class, you handled it well. You got a 3-round draw in your first fight. What'd you think?
I'm happy with what happened. I mean, he's a great fighter. I just wanted to come out for charity, give a good fight, and I think we did that tonight. So that's what it's all about. So I'd just like to thank my crew Saj here, Pound for Pound MMA, and my great family, my beautiful wife, and my 4-year-old daughter, Kennedy. Thank you.
A man with a big heart and a lot of talent, Chris Smith. Thank you for being here.
A great matchup between these two game warriors. When we come back, it's more action from Showdown in the downtown here on Fight Network.